Governor Fubara commits to job creation, youth empowerment through partnership. President Tinubu decorates new service chiefs. Plus, federal government, European Union enter agreement on vaccines manufacturing across Africa. Hello, good evening everyone, and this is Rstv Well News. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must all accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for update on our live feeds. River State Governor says Siminalayi Fubara has reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to job creation and youth empowerment, working in partnership with the National Directorate of Employment (NDE). Governor Fubara made the pledge while hosting a delegation from the NDE led by its Director General, Silas Ali Agara, during a courtesy visit to Government House in Port Harcourt. Tamino Barabi has the report.
During the visit, Governor Fubara told his guests that job creation remains central to his administration's agenda, describing it as a vital tool to reduce crime and promote social peace. He said a partnership with NDE will address the growing rate of unemployment, worsened by migration from rural areas into urban centers like Port Harcourt. Governor Fubara called for closer collaboration between the agency and the State Ministry of Employment to ensure Rivers people fully benefit from federal employment initiatives.
Like you did mention here, Rivers State is a very unusual state because of the economic activity in the state. There is this surge in the city. Everybody is leaving the rural area into the urban area. There is also this migration from the neighboring states also coming into Rivers State and what to look for a better life. The only way we can also help not just the people of Rivers State, but also those strangers, is creating opportunities for them. I'm even more excited when you mention that you have 3 farm centers in the state. Honestly, I'm not even aware of it, that such a thing is existing. So I think with this information now, it will be the responsibility of the Commissioner for Employment to really give me details on what is happening there. So wherever we need to come in, we also do the needful.
The governor commended the NDE for its transparent, technology-driven programs that give all citizens equal access to employment opportunities. Governor Fubara also lauded the NDE's agricultural support program for rural women, describing it as crucial to sustaining families left behind when men migrate to the cities. Governor Fubara announced the discovery of a new shoreline in Andoni local government area, describing it as strategic asset for Rivers State emerging blue economy.
But for us as a government to really appreciate what you're doing, it is also better for us to also be part of it. It's the truth of, we need to be part of it. The people of Rivers State and Nigeria to appreciate the effort of Mr. President. The state has to be part of what you're doing. The publicity should also come not just on your side. When the state is involved, the right publicity is also given to it. So I want you to work with the commissioner so that we can make good use of those programs. A road that we're constructing in Andoni local government area. What was the reason why we embarked on that project? There is a beach that they have in Oyorokoto. It's a fishing settlement and a wonderful tourist center. We now discovered a new shoreline that is even more
In response to recent flood incidents in parts of River State, the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, has outlined plans to distribute relief materials to victims in internally displaced persons camps. Professor Odu, who is also chairman of the River State Flood Prevention and Management Committee, gave the assurance while addressing the press at Government House in Port Harcourt. Again, Tamnobra Bibulubo reports.
After the press briefing session, Professor Odu led members of the Flood Prevention and Management Committee, accompanied by journalists, on an inspection of relief material at the NNS Pathfinder Warehouse at Rumolumini in preparation for eventual distribution to flood-affected communities. Professor Odu clarified that media reports suggesting widespread devastation in the state were inaccurate, while addressing claims of inactivity and funding delays, explaining that the committee's financial account, temporarily frozen during the state of emergency, has now been reopened. She revealed that about 80% of the flood intervention fund had been used by the committee during the state of emergency administration for the repairs of IDP camps, borehole installations, and the procurement of non-perishable relief items currently stored at the naval base. Professor Odu said
Well, our sincere apologies for that mix-up in that film report. We'll now retake the story with the correct film. In response to recent flood incidents in parts of River State, the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, has outlined plans to distribute relief materials to victims in internally displaced persons camps. Professor Odu, who is also chairman of the River State Flood Prevention and Management Committee, gave the assurance while addressing the press at Government House in Port Harcourt. Tamnobra Bibulubo has the rest of the report.
After the press briefing session, Professor Odu led members of the Flood Prevention and Management Committee, accompanied by journalists, on an inspection of relief material at the NNS Pathfinder Warehouse at Rumolumini in preparation for eventual distribution to flood-affected communities. Professor Odu clarified that media reports suggesting widespread devastation in the state were inaccurate, while addressing claims of inactivity and funding delays, explaining that the committee's financial account, temporarily frozen during the state of emergency, has now been reopened. She revealed that about 80% of the flood intervention fund had been used by the committee during the state of emergency administration for the repairs of IDP camps, borehole installations, and the procurement of non-perishable relief items currently stored at the naval base. Professor Odu said the committee operates in 3 phases: advocacy and prevention, mitigation and post-flood intervention, and is currently in the mitigation stage. She informed that engagements have been held with leaders of flood-prone local government areas including Ahuda West, Ahuda East, Obebe Mandoni, and parts of Abu Udua. Professor Odu identified the silted Orashi River as a major contributor to recurring floods in Ahuda West, calling for federal intervention for the dredging of the river. Addressing a recent tragedy, the Deputy Governor announced that the Vice Chairman of the committee and the Head of Service of the state will formally lead a delegation to the family that lost 2 children to flooding.
They say seeing is believing. If we just told you the things we had and you didn't come, you probably will have some element of doubts in your minds. You've come in, you've seen, the commander has spoken through his officers, and you have seen for yourselves, what we have in the warehouse here is massive, it's enormous. So we want to let you know that these are part of the interventions of the River State government of Sir Dr. Siminalayi Fubara. From next week, we'll start sending these items, with food items, to the most hit LGAs as a way of mitigating the effect of the flood.
Obiandu Madumi, Rstv News.
Away from that report, Chairman of Obiakpor Local Government Council of River State, Dr. Gift Wallo, has presented a 2025 supplementary budget of over 5 billion naira to the Local Government Legislative Council. He said the budget will address present socio-economic demands, complete key ongoing projects, and respond to new realities within the communities. Justice Ihuo has to report.
The budget has an estimated recurrent expenditure of over 3 billion naira, with over 2 billion naira for capital expenditure.
The total estimated recurrent expenditure is 3,2,500,000 naira only. The total estimated capital expenditure is 2,271,766,665 naira. These allocations are designed to enhance staff welfare, sustain administrative efficiency, and ensure effective service delivery.
Dr. Wallo noted that the budget reflects his administration's resolve to maintain fiscal discipline while responding to pressing development needs. The chairman appealed to the Legislative Council to give the bill accelerated consideration and passage to enable them deliver the mandate of improving the living condition of the people.
This supplementary appropriation bill reflects our administration's resolve to maintain fiscal discipline while responding to pressing developmental needs as we can find in our local government. It is a people-centered fiscal plan aimed at strengthening governance structures and promoting sustainable growth in our local government area.
Leader of Obiakpo Legislative Council, Honorable Abuchi Amade, said the budget presentation is timely due to the current realities in the council and assured the chairman that the bill will be given the needed attention.
It shows transparency in your administration. It shows accountability in your administration. And I want to assure you that on behalf of the 10th Executive Council, that as much as we are working in synergy with the executive arm of the government, we will ensure that this bill will see the light of the day.
The budget, tagged Obiakpo Arise, is expected to address the needs of key sectors of the local government. Justice Ihuo, Rstv News.
Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti has signed a memorandum of understanding with WIAC Group to establish a statewide internet broadband and data center. The groundbreaking project was facilitated by the General Overseer of Omega Power Ministries, OPM, worldwide, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere. Oboka Umeda completes the story.
Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, a fortnight ago, led a delegation of investors from overseas to the Abia State Government House, where they sold a business idea worth $2 billion to the governor. The governor, after careful scrutiny, met with members of the Abia State Executive Council and approved the project. Speaking at the ceremony in Umuahia, the state capital, Governor Alex Otti said the data center, when completed, will provide high-speed broadband connectivity through fiber optics with a dig-ons policy that will open opportunities for the entire Southeast and South-South regions. Governor Otti said the project is expected to set Abia on a peak of the digital economy, making it a one-stop digital and telecommunications hub in Nigeria.
Here in Abia, we no longer want to play at the lower rungs of the global technology ecosystem or restrict ourselves to mere consumers. To achieve this ambitious goal, we shall be providing the infrastructural backbone to enable our brilliant minds launch out and compete with their peers from other parts of the world.
General Overseer of Omega Power Ministries, Apostle Chibuzo Chinyere, who was visibly elated, described the feat as a dream come true. Apostle Chinyere, who doubles as the king of Ohanku Kingdom, maintained that the business collaboration was necessitated by the lack of jobs for the youths and the need to strengthen the telecommunications sector, where many are getting rich through genuine business opportunities in the industry. According to him, the data center will attract the likes of Google, Microsoft, and Facebook, amongst others, stressing that the state will be interconnected with fiber optic cables linked to the Atlantic Ocean with a termination hub at the Owaza River of Abia State. Apostle Chinyere encouraged the youth to take advantage of the governor's gesture to key into the business opportunities that are bound to be financially stable.
This project, when completed, is expected
to set Abia State at the peak of digital economy, making it a one-stop digital telecommunication hub in Nigeria.
Technical experts at the event explained that the fiber lines will be annexed to nearby states like Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Edo, Cross River, Bayelsa, and the entire southeast region. They said Governor Alex Oti has taken a bold step towards revolutionizing Abia's economy and technical landscape. Ogboka Umeda, Rstv News.
This is Rstv World News. Do you love and care about River State and at peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can always watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for update on our live feeds. And in part 2 after the break, 3 decades after Trump orders nuclear weapons testing. And in sports, Women's Football League season begins 26th November. These and more stories will make your way after the break.
Banks, our schools, our hospitals. Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email to protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunication infrastructure.
There'll be no more pain. There'll be no more shame.
The Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide, presents a special pre-anniversary Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of power impartation. It is a night where God will arise in judgment and silence the voice of wickedness and also establish His justice in our lives. It is a night where the force of delay will be scattered and resistance broken. It is a night of divine encounter that will turn years of waiting into joyful fulfillment. It is a divine moment where heaven touches earth and destinies are shifted. Date, Friday, 31st October 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo, Alo, River State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive the power to finish strong.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Uche, sir, what go collect the goods we pay for? No carry nonsense, come back here.
Okay, my Oga.
Uche, go buy me oil filter. Go buy from Pascal. Hey, he go cheat you.
I don't hear, Oga, I don't hear.
I go call you back. Hello, Johnny. I beg you, get radiator. Okay, my boy, they come your shop now, come collect them, eh? Uche!
Oga, I no go Pascal again, no.
Go to the shop now. Uche! Go to the boy shop, come bring a filter.
Free on Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 50 megabytes of data. Free. Dial *606#. New customers also enjoy a welcome bonus.
This one will flash me like before. If I say things don't change, oh.
Now where I don't get Glow Talk Master, eh? I go dey call you go fear. I go call you tire. You go tire. Put your where you dey now.
Sir, you register your Glow SIM again.
Glow Unlimited.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday decorated the new service chiefs with their respective ranks at the council chamber of the presidential villa, Abuja. The president performed the decoration alongside Vice President Kashim Shettima and the spouses of the decorated officers, each dressed in their respective service uniforms. Those decorated were General Olufemi Oluyide as the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Wahidi Shoaibu as the Chief of Army Staff, Air Marshal Kennedy Aneke as the Chief of Air Staff, with Vice Admiral Idi Abbas decorated as Chief of the Naval Staff. The Senate had on Wednesday confirmed the 4 nominees after a 2-hour closed-door screening session where they were grilled on strategies to strengthen national security and improve coordination, among the armed forces. In a major push for health sovereignty in Nigeria, the federal government and the European Union signed 3 key agreements on Thursday at the Nigeria-EU Health Investment Forum. The agreements, which are parts of the EU's Global Gateway Initiative, aim to supercharge local pharmaceutical manufacturing, improve access to vaccines, and strengthen reproductive health across West Africa. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who was represented by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Health, Dr. Uju Rochas, described the signing of the agreement as a turning point. The President had declared that Nigeria's health transformation will not be driven by aid and dependency alone, but by government to drive ownership, accountability, and innovation. The EU Ambassador to Nigeria, Gota Mignot, hailed Nigeria's paradigm shift from aid to partnerships. And turning now to the foreign scene, hundreds of protesters took to the streets for a second day of demonstrations in Tanzania on Thursday after a disputed election. After the protest broke out on Wednesday, the government shut down the internet, imposed a curfew, and deployed the military to the streets. Favor Oyakamo completes the story.
The ruling CCM party, which has been in power since independence in 1961, sought to extend its rule in Wednesday's election, with presidential candidates from the 2 main opposition parties barred from running. Incumbent President Samia Suluhu Hassan faced 16 other candidates from smaller parties who barely campaigned. The electoral body on Thursday announced through the state television that President Hassan had taken an early lead, garnering 96.99% of the votes in 8 out of 272 constituencies tallied early Thursday. The scale of devastation left by Hurricane Melissa is becoming clear after the record-setting storm tore through Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba, leaving at least 34 people dead. Although downgraded from a Category 5 to a Category 2 storm, Melissa gathered speed as it swept through the Bahamas on Thursday and is expected to make landfall in Bermuda later, the strongest storm to strike the Caribbean island in modern history. The hurricane sustained winds of 298 kilometers per hour at its peak, stronger than Hurricane Katrina, which devastated New Orleans in 2005, killing 1,392 people. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Thursday that he has ordered the military to immediately resume nuclear weapons testing after a gap of more than 30 years. He made the statement on his Truth Social platform just before meeting Chinese President Xi Jinping and days after denouncing Russia for testing a nuclear-powered missile. There was no indication that the U.S. will start detonating warheads, with the president offering few details about what appears to be a major shift in Washington's policy. Favor Oyakamo, Rstv Foreign News.
Now sports. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has announced that the Super Eagles will open camp for the 2026 FIFA World Cup playoffs on 9 November in Rabat. Abigail Nathaniel has the details.
Head coach Eric Chell is expected to release his squad list for the mini tournament next week. Nigeria will take on Gabon Spartans in the first semi-final on Thursday, 13th November, while the winners will face either Cameroon or the Democratic Republic of Congo in the final. CAF will stage a draw on Thursday to determine match venues for both games in Rabat and Morocco. Meanwhile, the 2025-2026 Nigeria Women Football League season will kick off on 26 November. According to reports, the upcoming season, which will feature 20 teams divided into 2 zones of 10, promises an exciting start from match day 1. Defending champions Bayelsa Queen will in the opening match take on Edo Queen, setting the tone for a highly competitive campaign. Group A will feature Bayelsa Queen alongside Adamawa Queen, Peterside Queen, Heartland Queens, Ekiti Queens, Niger Ratters FC, Ibom Angel, Kasmog Ladies, and Rivers Angel. Group B will be led by last season runner-up Nasarawa Amazon, competing with Confluence Queen, Delta Queens, Sunshine Queens, Hodi Hanem Queens, Danas Ladies, Raymond Stars Ladies, Oshun Babes, Abia Angels, and FC Robo Queens. Elsewhere, the Abuja City International Half Marathon has been officially recognized by the World Athletic with a label status for its second edition. scheduled for 6 December 2025. In Nigeria's capital, Abuja, the development was confirmed on the official World Athletic website, where the event was listed among the accredited World Athletic Label road races for the 2025 season. The recognition marked a significant step for Nigeria's growing road running scene, placing Abuja among cities hosting officially certified international races. Abigail Natane, Rstv Sport News.
This is Rstv World News. Do you love and care about River State and at peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can always watch Rstv videos live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also click on the notification bell for update on our live feeds. And now to any news, a recap of some of the major stories. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has reaffirmed the commitment of his administration to creating jobs and empowering the youth working in partnership with the National Directorate of Employment, NDE. President Bola Tinubu has decorated the new service chiefs with their respective ranks in a brief ceremony at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa Abuja, assisted by Vice President Kashim Shettima and witnessed by the spouses of the decorated officers. We had reported that the federal government and the European Union have signed 3 key agreements at the Nigeria EU Health Investment Forum as part of the EU's Global Gateway Initiative aimed at supercharging local pharmaceutical manufacturing, improving access to vaccines, and strengthening productive health across West Africa. That's it on the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. Good night.